Hi, welcome to the Asset Analysis Data Entry. And this is going to be one of the sheets where you're going to have most time to spend and most data to enter. So this is also going to be a slightly longer introduction. First of all, it's good to understand what we have here. We have here rows and rows of assets. These are the assets that are in your area serving for water. You will see that you will have different types of assets defined here in your example here. And this list and these types come from your assumptions. So do make sure that your assumptions have those that you want to fill in here. The information that you collect on your assets can be a survey that you've done, but typically it's based on some information, maybe already in a data set, maybe in another Excel, could be in MWater, WPDX, or other places. So let's have a look what the information is. First of all, uh, a remark that there are some columns which are marked as optional. You can fill them out. They're very useful to have here, but they will not be used for the actual calculations. So it is good to have it if you have it because it provides a better overview and you can analyze yourself more. But the file and the tool itself will not be using it in its calculation. So let's have a look at what is needed. First of all, the year the data is collected, which probably will be your current year. The name of the system, use something that is recognizable for the colleagues that are in the district. What type of water point? And as mentioned, this is a lookup one, and the lookup list you will be able to see in your assumptions here, and you can add on to it if you want. So back to the data entry. A very important one, which year was the water point first constructed? Fill in the year, not the date. If you fill in the date, if you do a date, it will give you an error that you're not allowed to. So fill in a whole year. Then the level admin, these are basically the different administrative levels. You can go down to 6. If you don't need one, just delete like that. But please do not delete any columns because otherwise the, uh, the calculations may get some difficulties. Total number of households within this village will give you an idea of how many people are being served and then how many people are actually using the water point in that village and total number of people accessed. As mentioned, it's not currently used in the analysis, but it might be something you do want to put against it once you have all the information. Now you have a couple of questions, and the first one is just a basic one. Is it improved or not? A yes/no question. Then is it a pipe system? Because a pipe system will have a bit more information needed than a normal borehole with a hand pump. And then just a confirmation question if it is protected or not. If it's not a protected borehole or water point, please do specify what it is in that case. And here is a space where you can put in some who constructed it. Now we go to a little bit more information. Each of these is a question. Does it have a spring? These are the on the assumptions, the assets components, the subcomponents that have been defined here. So let's go back here. We have the standard is a spring. Is there a spring? Yes, no. If it's yes, please fill the information in. Information is when it was constructed, what is the condition, and you'll see this coming back in each of them, of the subcomponents. It is good asset management to have 5 sets from very poor all the way to excellent to see the status of it. So you will always have those categorization that you can put as you want it. Then a question about if there are taps on this and how many sprouts, so taps, when they were constructed and the condition of it. There's some technical information about how long it takes to fill your 20 liter and how many hours it's available. This is very useful. Please do try to collect the information. Then, does it have a borehole? So, is one of the sources a deep borehole drilled mechanically? Then again, you will have the same questions: the year of construction, the condition of it. And similarly for the pump, does it have a pump? When was it installed? And the condition of the pump. You notice we're not asking for the type of pump or things like that. That is basically too detailed, but your cost of it will come back once again in your assumptions. Depending on the pump, you can have different costs. You can put them here. We'll come back to that later when we look at the infrastructure results. But let's go back to the data entry. Here we are going on condition of pump, and we go further to the right. Information about the pipes. Please put the number of meters of pipes, because the unit cost is per meter, and then you will be able to get the total cost. Now, a special thing has to be said about concrete works. This can be an apron with a normal borehole, but it can be water tanks or bigger structures such as dams or intakes if you want. And please do put there the number of cubic meters of concrete that's being used. This is a difficult one, but do have a look if it makes sense to get to total value of your asset. And then the final question: is the water available today? And what would you say is the functionality? If it isn't available, please do fill in why isn't it available. And if you want to give reference to the original source of information, fill it in here. This could be the mwater or WPDX or your Excel file. And that's it. After this, you can continue to the asset results. Thank you.